The FTC is seeking to block Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard, which is the largest deal ever in the video gaming industry and would give Microsoft control over blockbuster franchises such as Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Diablo, and Overwatch. Why is this deal so big and why does the FTC want to stop it? Let's break it down. Microsoft announced in January 2023 that it would buy Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion, a staggering amount that dwarfs any previous gaming merger or acquisition. For comparison, the second-largest deal was Tencent's purchase of Supercell for $8.6 billion, and Activision Blizzard is one of the biggest and most profitable gaming companies in the world, with over 400 million monthly active users across its titles. It owns some of the most popular and iconic franchises in gaming history, such as Call of Duty, which has sold over 400 million copies and generated over $27 billion in revenue since its debut, and Microsoft is already a giant in the gaming industry, with its Xbox console, Game Pass subscription service, and its own studios such as Bethesda, Mojang, and Rare. By acquiring Activision Blizzard, Microsoft would not only add more games to its portfolio, but also gain access to Activision Blizzard's loyal fan base, intellectual property rights, and talent pool. The deal would also give Microsoft a huge advantage in the cloud gaming market, which is expected to grow rapidly in the next few years. Cloud gaming allows users to stream games from remote servers without needing to download or install them on their devices. Microsoft already offers cloud gaming through its xCloud service, which is part of Game Pass. With Activision Blizzard's games on board, Microsoft could attract more subscribers and dominate the cloud gaming space. However, not everyone is happy about this deal. The FTC, which is the federal agency responsible for enforcing antitrust laws and protecting consumers from unfair business practices, has launched an investigation into the deal and issued a second request for information from both companies. This means that the FTC has serious concerns about the potential impact of the deal on competition and innovation in the gaming industry. The FTC could argue that the deal would reduce the number of major players in the gaming market and give Microsoft too much power over game development, distribution, and pricing. The deal could also harm other platforms such as Sony's PlayStation and Nintendo's Switch, which rely on Activision Blizzard's games to attract and retain customers. The deal could also affect independent developers and publishers who may face higher barriers to entry or lower revenues if Microsoft favors its own games over theirs. The FTC could also cite other issues such as data privacy, consumer protection, and labor rights as reasons to block or modify the deal. Activision Blizzard has been embroiled in a series of scandals and lawsuits over its alleged toxic workplace culture, sexual harassment, discrimination, and labor violations. The FTC could demand that Microsoft address these issues before approving the deal or impose conditions on how Microsoft manages Activision Blizzard's operations and employees. The FTC has the authority to sue to block the deal if it finds that it violates antitrust laws or harms consumers. However, this does not mean that the deal is doomed. Microsoft and Activision Blizzard could try to negotiate with the FTC and offer concessions or remedies to address its concerns. They could also challenge the FTC's decision in court if they believe that it is unjustified or unreasonable. The deal is expected to close by June 2023, but it could face delays or changes depending on how the FTC's investigation unfolds. The deal also needs approval from other regulators around the world, such as the European Commission and China's State Administration for Market Regulation. The Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal is a game-changer for the gaming industry and a test case for antitrust enforcement in the digital age. It will have far-reaching implications for gamers, developers, publishers, platforms, and regulators alike. Whether it will be a win-win or a lose-lose situation remains to be seen. The FTC is not happy with Microsoft's plan to buy Activision Blizzard for $69 billion. The agency has sued to block the deal, saying it would give Microsoft too much power over the gaming industry. The FTC argues that Microsoft could use Activision's popular games, such as Call of Duty and World of Warcraft, to hurt its rivals in several ways. For example, Microsoft could raise the prices of Activision's games on other platforms, such as Sony's PlayStation or Nintendo's Switch. Or it could lower the quality of Activision's games on those platforms, making them less enjoyable for players. Or it could delay or deny access to Activision's games on those platforms, forcing players to switch to Microsoft's Xbox or its online services. Or it could even make some of Activision's games exclusive to Microsoft, depriving other platforms of some of the most popular titles in the world. Any of these actions could reduce competition and innovation in the gaming markets, and harm consumers who love playing video games.